What is good, my family? Good morning to everybody and welcome back to the channel. Make sure to throw those A's in the chat right now to let your boy know that you are in the chat and listening to the voice in your ears. What is up, my family? Oh my goodness, have we made it again? Have we made it back again? Guys, check this out. The hourly candle just started in the SPY and it's just before that regression line. I'm wondering if this thing is going to fall to the ground. I'm not sure. It still feels pretty damn strong. I'm not going to lie. What is good, Off-Grid Gorilla, Ian Tucker, Robin, how you doing? 18-Wheeler, good to see you here. Danielle Spears, always good to see you. What's up, Mark Roach? Good to see you here, my bro. Buzz Margin Call, my dude, what's up? Let's get them tunes rolling in, boy. Oh, yeah. Ernie, what's up? US1, always good to see you here. What's up, Teaser? Dark Zenon. Good morning to you, Johnny. Aiden, my boy, what's up, dude? Oh, Rajesh, how you doing, brother? Good to see you here. Double X, I was worried that you were thrown in the weird list, my dude. I'm so happy that you're here. The little man is good. The little family is good, man. We're all good. Little Arca, you chilling. Tom R, good morning to you, my dude. Let's get it is right. What's up, Lynn D? Oh, man. Guys, we got some situations over here, man. You know, usually when you close a candle this close to the regression line, that typically would, you know, that kind of lands on the bear's territory. I'm not going to lie for a second. This thing is actually, that was a little confusing though. I'm like, man, should this thing actually continue all the way up there? I mean, the difference of 439, you know, on an options contract, what was it? 450.39 to 450.98. That's kind of a big deal. Man, but it looks like the Bears want to take it, right? I'm not sure that this is just going to fake out at any point. Let's go ahead and take a look at other tickers here. All right, so ASRE already making the moves that we were expecting from last night. It's up to now 28.90. What is it like on the day? Yeah, it's already 5% up on the day, looking pretty good. And CLNV, where you at, man? Okay, 460 in CLNV. Let's check out other things too, right? Viri sitting at 76 cents, which, by the way, actually just closed that candle upside of the mid band, so that could actually introduce some further upside. Oh yeah. And oh man, right, I ended up putting a video on this ticker too, right? This was the PCSA ticker, as it, man, I feel like it's ready to do some stuff. It's already up 9 spots, 16% up on the day. Yeah, so I think this could actually grab the resistance of about 48.75 to 49.80. I think it has it. What the heck is going on over here? Oh, I see. Hold on. Okay, so now let's check in on FNGR. Let's see what it's doing. FNGR at 496. I did put out a video on this, right? I may actually have to switch the stream to my other computer. Wow. Yeah, I've noticed that I am, for some reason, not signed in on my OBS. Which means I can't see my chat. Yeah, let me go ahead and try to transfer this. I'm gonna go ahead and try to transfer this. Yeah, I gotta transfer this thing. I can't tell. I'm working blind here. I have to I have to turn my neck all crazy. Danielle Spears, yeah, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Daryl, what is up? Right, that was the, man, you know what? That was the ticker that somebody was asking about yesterday, right? I think a lot of people were asking about it. I think the username in Discord, Hodlfinger till moon, I think that person was asking me about that ticker LMDX. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at it this time, right? Because we never did get to see it the day before. So LMDX, here it comes up, man. Let's see. LMDX. Damn, that thing is definitely ripping. Let's take a look at that daily time frame. Daily time frame already up 18%. So I was told there was going to be an announcement today of sorts, and it was going to be earnings. Have they reported the earnings just yet? But yeah, apparently there was supposed to be an earnings. Yeah, apparently there was supposed to be an earnings call on this. And I think they were going to merge it with a potential buyback announcement. And that is what I want to know if, I mean, that's huge price action, man. It's already up 20%, 21. So Berenson saying close, Dialogue Splash, Beverage Groups, Copa de Vino, brand received Walmart's converted golden ticket award for its lineup of premium single served wine, SBEV. Oh, SBEV. So Spy as a double bottom. Yeah, what time frame, brother? We're actually on the hourly time frame right now, and it's fallen. Man, yeah. Remember, I had just mentioned here that usually when you close the candle so close to the resistance of that linear regression channel, that typically means that you could actually face a downside. Typically, though. Right, and man, let me see the 5-minute time frame. Wow, that thing is just falling hard. But again, I think, let me see. Dark Santa saying, never mind, I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. So, yeah, I guess we'll learn more about the double bottom for sure. But that usually is looked at. It's usually looked at in a weekly time frame. Let's see. But yeah, I know what you mean though. Let's see. Yeah, there are definitely opportunities in the market, except that I typically don't like to trade the zero DTE contracts in the first part in the morning. That's sometimes that's a little dangerous to look at. Lauren Wood, what's up? You want to enter them right now? It's such a choppy market, man. You have to have these like ultra wide stop losses. Or else you won't do nothing. All right, so the Spy, I don't even know what the hell it wants to do, man. Getting that support from the from the EMA 7 and EMA 9. Green Mountain, what is good? Let's go ahead and pull up, let's pull up SBEV as well. Oh, dude. That was the play. That was it. It got our targets. This was literally what we were waiting for. We were waiting for a top side of 59.09 to complete a move that was around, I think, 16 to 20% or something like that. Yeah, it's a little small. I don't even think this thing has. Does it have an options chain? But yeah, I mean, the entire move fulfilled. The top side target we had was 59.09. Price action came up to a high of 60.32. Very, very, very close. The early morning action was it? Yeah. So I guess from here, let's look at the hourly time frame. Yeah, the hourly time frame confirmation for this was closing the candle beneath the regression line here. That was a clean confirmation that this move was complete, right? But look at this thing. It just wicked all the way up there, cleared the entire targets we were looking for, and then came back for the next hourly candle here and closed beneath that regression band, and that was enough confirmation here for it to continue to the downside. In fact, if this following candle, the one that we're in right now, closes anywhere below 53.99, it's at 52.35, trying to find support on an EMA 21, both on the hourly and I believe the 12-hour. If it closes anywhere beneath 53.99, that's it's going to belong to the bears. That's a bearish engulfing here and on the top of a trend too. So that's we have to give it some credibility. Where's FNGR at? Okay. FNGR still somewhat holding its composure. This is a critical time frame right now. 5-day time frame bouncing right off. This is a brand new 5-day candle, by the way, team. Okay, it just started today. We got the 5-day closure yesterday, so we're bouncing. I mean, this is awesome. Already got a top side of 512. I think we talked about this, right? So now it's bouncing off of the EMA 21 on the 5-day period. So we have to see if this moving average is strong enough to maintain. Right? But it's looking not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Right? Okay. So. Okay, man. Look at the SPY 5-minute testing that SMA 200 perfectly. Frank Gonzalez, good to see you here. Mark Roach, oh my goodness. Look at all those tickers doing their thing, right? Let me get rid of these indicators and stuff, right? Man, the SPY is just so damn frothy up there. It feels so crazy overbought. But I mean, to be honest with you, this kind of thing, this kind of price action, it'll continue. Yeah, look at Apple, man. Apple, Microsoft up, Nvidia up. Tesla, of course, is the little rogue killer, right? It's doing its own damn thing over there. Follow the trend is right. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I can. All right, let's take a look at LMDX. Have a few people waiting for this ticker, right? And then also SBEV. We'll try to find out. Yeah, I guess here's the bottom line, team, with SBEV real fast. The bottom line here is that this is a new hourly candle and presenting the opportunity to surpass the bottom mid band here, which would be at 51.44, 51.47-ish. Oh, nice, Lauren. Yeah, you can. I have a healthy internet signal right now. I don't know if I do. Actually, maybe. That's something that you want to switch over on your settings. I leave that possibility there, right? I mean, you know, I can record higher bit at a higher rate, but you know, it takes away from the speed. So I wanted a balance between speed and quality, and 1080p was absolutely the top. Damn, I'll be back, guys. My day job is being inconvenient and needs me to jump on a conference call. How dare they, Tom? Later, buddy. I'll see you soon. Oh, dude, it was doing auto 480, so data saver. Data saver. Right, yeah, and it also, it tends to sound better too at the higher rates. Oh man, yeah, people are talking about LMDX. It appears online, right? So yeah, get this hourly candle, 43 minutes and 16 seconds to close above 51.47. This would probably retrace back up here. So it feels like it just wants to kind of find a chop zone and consolidate here. But I mean, that consolidation zone, I must admit, it's pretty large. So say you were to get long this thing, 51.41, and take profit up here at 54.72. It is arguably a 6.5%. But if it takes it to the SMA 200, that's almost an almost a 9%. Yeah, I mean, it is possible that it can consolidate, right? And definitely no guarantee on that whatsoever. But yeah. So again, the target that needs the target that would be the criteria or to meet here would be closing upside of that. It looks like 51.44. The real A Swang, what's up? Mark Roach saying hit the like button with all the little thumbs. A teaser saying punish the like button. Yeah, there's a few tickers that are looking pretty promising right now. And yep, here is COSM kind of meeting the upsides that we've been expecting. It's at 112 now. And LMDX getting a slight pullback right now, up to 45%, 46%. Now, what can this do? Well, daily time frame is resisting from some type of area up here. So I would say that it's just a technical area, right? It could be just a historical resistance. So wonder why I have all those there. So let's pull this up on a smaller time frame and see what's good. Yeah, so 4-hour time frame linear regression band here I mean, it topped out. So this coming back down is just a take profit zone. All right. So. Momentum is suggesting a slight pullback, but let me see if it's getting it bigger on the... No, it's still pointed upward on the hourly. Okay, so the 15-minute, there you go. The 15-minute is displaying a potential support here, and that could be located right down here at about 1252. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a range, right? Because that's 1252 to about 1185. That feels like it could be the support here before a bounce, right? And that's, I mean, it's given to me by this, by the RSI on the 15-minute time frame. So, I mean, watch it, right? Watch the price action as it approaches the SMA 14, and that'll tell you if it's close enough or not. See how the price is falling? It's entering the zone that we're talking about. It might not be it, right? It could actually come down all the way to the SMA 10, which is at 1085. We have to use our discretion like crazy on these things. But as it comes slightly back up, momentum doesn't have to be 100% in sync with price action. Yeah, but this, check it out. See, it's about to enter this zone. We want to see how close it is to the SMA 14. since we're saying, or we're correlating the SMA 14 here with this potential support. I mean, to me, it actually still may have a little bit further of downside, which then would, you know, I would actually adjust this to, yeah, I would adjust it to 1094, the very, very bottom side. Yeah, hey, Mullen going bankrupt. Oh, right, guys, there is a, yeah, there is a real shot. There's a real shot for altcoins right now to make its way to the upside. Yeah, there's right now, team, expect the altcoins to start kind of shooting an upside. As BTC is recovering right now, and this is actually combating a resistance at the EMA 55. Yeah, this can send price action to around 37,045. But in reality, the EMA 21, 37,235, it may happen. Yeah, you're going to get a bump on the altcoins right now. Yeah, BTC doing good this month. And I will tell you, Lauren, this we looked at this weeks ago, put together the resistance levels, and they worked out. It took weeks, but it's there. RKFL partnership with XRP, is that what's happening? Nice. Okay, PCSA is now 10 spot, 36% up on the day. Yeah, at a certain point, this was at 45.05. It's currently sitting at 43.49. Nice. Look at that. ASRE now at 28.80. As per expected. One of the areas of resistance that we had right here is actually set to these targets right down here, but this was a temporary resistance, right? The right here, 29 to 28.52. There could be a pullback here since we are breaking out of this bullish triangle, right? So that breakout would actually test back to the 27.94 before continuing to the upside. I mean, the thing is that it's still pretty damn bullish here, and it could actually fulfill the first target located at about 29.61 from here. So that would be extremely super duper cool. Off-Grid Gorilla saying that ASRE 51 cents by month's end. That would be stupid cool. So cool. Good, because I want some trading capital, man. It's like I'm being super selective over the plays that I'm being really selective over the plays that I'm trying to get here, man, because I'm not letting the freaking Weeble breathe. So I only have one day trade a day. Well, you know, it's gonna cap me at a certain point. Like yesterday, I only had one trade to do because I had already done the freaking stupid three. So I had one, and I was like, I'm gonna make this one count. Oh, dude. And we certainly did. Huge play yesterday. Lauren, you think so? That's awesome. Hydrogen production company is going to get a big boost soon, says Lauren Wood. Hey, Barbara, good morning to you. Thank you for stopping on by. Dude, that's Aiden, it's very, very dangerous to trade this ticker here, man, on especially at the start of intraday. But congratulations, killed it. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That'd be cool. I mean, 51 cents, man. I still haven't minimized my position on that. I'm still 10,500 shares long on that. And it's currently the biggest long that I have done in a while, right? So I definitely have not entered any position into multi thousands of bucks. I don't know. No, I haven't done that. The real ace swing, dude, that means so much to me, man. How can I, let me see this. That's so damn cool, bro. RKFL. Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the daily time frame on RKFL and see what the deal. Why is this? Oh, is this the ticker that's gonna partner with? Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Is this? Is this the one for X? No, I'm sorry. For what was it? For XRP? When was it announced? So, whatever that is, the partnership or whatever that is, what it has it officially been announced? James Flowers, a very little movement. 2 days ago. So sentiment didn't really care about it too much. Okay, so this thing is, I mean, I'm going to give you the support bottom on this because it feels like it's almost kind of barcoding here. Yeah, there is a, let me see. $11.60 to $11.01 is the support for this asset. 7 days ago. Yeah, it's still just barcoding around that area there. I wonder if it's flat because it still needs a further. I don't know if it needs a further boost. Was there a second part to that catalyst? Like, was it just announced that there's a potential of it, and then the next announcement would be that they're actually going to move on it? Is that the kind of catalyst this is? No way, Mark. Thousands of workers at more than 200 U.S. Starbucks stores plan to walk off the job on Thursday in what organizers say is the largest strike yet in a 2-year-old effort to unionize the company's stores. Are we about to short S-Bucks or what? And let's go ahead and continue on here, though, right? So partnership was announced on November 8th to utilize global payments. Oh, dude, I know. It's because they print really fast, Aiden. So any little move can actually make that thing rip. But imagine it goes against your favor, dude. Oh my goodness. And those are typically risks. Me myself, I am not willing to take. I don't like to not know. And you already see how sometimes I can't call it right. Oh, absolutely. Let's show the team. The bottom line here is that it's actually creating just a series of higher highs and higher lows, right? So if we look at this, or actually no, well, I guess it's still creating a macro higher high, but at the end of the day, it's still. Let's see. I'm gonna draw this regression that I'm seeing. So I'm kind of seeing something like this here. Bunch of contact points here. Problem here is that there is, I mean, if this thing gets respected, it's a 5-day time frame, right? So if this formation gets respected, then this, it has a chance here at freaking a huge capitulation. So this could be a head and shoulders formation on a 5-day period. Yeah, guys. Aiden, I need you to be careful with that friend request. Damn it. That makes I need to send him I forgot I took a screenshot of that. I'm suspect on that friend request. I don't know that that's real. So because you got to go and check the landing pad as well, right? So in the Discord, go to the landing pad and you'll notice that a new user by the name of Zephyrin showed up. Why would he do that? So let me ask him. Let me see. Where's the screenshot? Okay. I just sent him a picture of the speculation of the potential imposter. Yeah, guys. So real quick, if this thing fulfills, it might actually do it. I'm just saying that if it does fulfill this formation, that would suck a lot, because this would introduce price. This would introduce 3 cents. We're sitting at 12. Okay, it would introduce 306. Not cool. Right, so there are some conditions here. That would really suck, man. That would really suck. Let me see what he says. Okay. I'm going to pull up my screen here, okay? I'm going to pull up the 49-inch wide on top of me. So Zephram just wrote back to me right now. And I don't know if you can read it, but I asked him, I said, bro, is this you? Zephram just replied to me saying, nope, I literally just nuked them from the server like a minute ago. So if you do have guys, whoever is in here right now, if you do have a friend request from that Zephram, either block them or ignore the request, and also get rid of the friend if you did accept. Okay? So I'm going to tell him my truth. So you can get worried. All right, you guys. So just in case, we need to protect ourselves, right? Okay. That was very good that we got a quick reply on that, man. We don't want to deal with that stuff. Okay. So he is telling me right now, and actually I think it's a very critical piece of information that he just shared. He said, I will never friend someone first from the server, right? The thing is, team, is that, yeah, it's since he's so close to me that he has to now consider these things just like an influencer would, right? So I think it's safest for him to not friend anyone first, right? So, but I encourage you to friend him. I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem accepting. Okay, you guys? It is the fake one, right? I didn't get rid of that. Rocca, oh yeah, right. I think we were waiting for jobless claims. I think Jolts came out a few days ago, and I think it came out with a beat. The real A Swang, you're gonna try to buy that dip? Okay, let me see. I'm just gonna give you a quick little something. Hold on just a sec. So if I'm gonna give you a condition here, and I almost feel like we gotta respect the daily. Oh, so Daryl's saying initial jobless claims came out worse than expected today. I would pay close attention to things like that, team. Okay, so what I mean by that is that, oh geez, you know what, it is also safe to use the 5. Oh man, this new 5-day candle just opened. I'm not gonna lie, I can't use it. Let me see the buy daily. Okay, the buy daily could be one. While the loading zone is here for RKFL at 1160 to 1101, I want you to bear in mind the closing period too. Okay, we have about 1 day and 6 hours. This means that this buy daily candle would close at the close of let's see. Oh damn, yeah, it's not gonna close until I think Monday. So Monday market close. If this candle closes above, very specifically 1171. Oh, Buzz, dude, thank you. You know what? I'm gonna also repost that, and I will bring it up here in the screen too. Thank you, dude. Let me click on it. Okay, yeah, so very specifically here, by the close of Monday's session, if we close above 1171, that could be bullish. But if it does close beneath that 1171, downside targets are going to start being observed, specifically 1002. followed by so 1002 bounce, right? You're gonna get a bounce to validate your resistance of around 1170 from that bottom side of what is it? Low of 10 cents. Right, so 10 cents bounce to 1170 rejection, and then the next area of support would be 922 based on this candle here. It's gonna start doing this like zigzags. So if you are looking to potentially get long, put yourself some conditions here that it should meet, because this is a pretty bearish formation, right? So jobless claims going up, though, is good for the economy. It means that economy is not overly strong. Yeah, we want more. Okay, so yeah, the Fed does not want more people working, right? So they're trying to prevent these jobs from giving more money so that we spend on Amazon and all this crap, right? So they are minimizing the amount of expenditure that's happening, right? So a deflationary period would consist of that. So it sounds terrible, but yeah, they want less jobs. And that has been the the issue here. You got it, the real Iswang. Gotcha. Okay, so let me take a look at PCSA and see what it's doing. Okay, so yeah, it's up there, still sitting just under 10% on the day. And the SPY capitulating. Okay, so 17 minutes left to close this candle. If it closes somewhere here, right, beneath the EMA 21 and the hourly, this is very bearish. I would probably assume that it would find the resistance at the EMA 21 at around 449.32 for a continuation to the downside, specifically to test our support bottom right down here perfectly at 448.52, which is also the opposing regression band. Oh man. Mark Roach saying great video on PCSA, but dude, thank you so much. I hope that some retail ended up benefiting from that video. And now, real quick for let's look at this real quick. So Buzz has a Buzz Margin Call here has shared with us this. So these are the economic events coming up, right? Make sure to give my man a follow. Give him some love. SPY puts incoming, maybe. I mean, first of all, this candle already is breaking beneath the prior bar low. Typically, that's a pretty bearish thing. Right? So, I mean, a way to look at the markets, team, is based on a discount zone and a premium zone. So if we're using linear regression to give us that potential, so then this candle closing up here would be considered premium. Thank you, Buzz. Appreciate you, buddy. So if we do have that premium up here because it is the top band, then it would only be safe to assume that a further downside would come into a discount area. Right, so 14 minutes and 26 seconds. I'm not sure that this very candle could reach all the way down to 448.33. But what I will say is that if in 14 minutes this hourly candle closes beneath the EMA 21, then our chances of hitting 448.53 become greater. And then that could be it's a really crappy play, right? Because there may be puts to print a very short-term move here, depending on the volatility of it, but volatility is completely low on the hourly. But it is increasing. I would assume it's increasing on the shorter time frame. Let's see. Yeah, it's expanding on the 10-minute. Definitely expansion on the 5-minute too. Okay, so going back to the hourly time frame. Yeah, I would say it could be a nice gainer to get a 449.27 or 449.32 entry, and then bring it back down to 448.53. Yeah, that could be a pretty big gainer. Thanks, Buzz. Dude, I just looked at my Discord right now that I went to go and message Zephram, and I noticed you messaged me there, brother. I will check it out. Okay. All right, you guys. So yeah, please remember that condition right now, right? So this but please remember that closing this candle here, yeah, sure, it's a bonus if it closes beneath the EMA 21, but in reality, all it really needs is to close beneath the opening of the prior bar. And the prior bar opening, I can't really see it. Let me just go ahead and do this. 450.14. This candle here closing anywhere beneath 450.14 would mark off a bearish engulfing. Buzz, I got you, dude. Thank you. 448.80 says Tony Rodriguez. Let me see. Yeah, there's a critical. Yeah, that's an invalidation zone. Hey, Susan, good to see you here. Yeah, Tony, that's very observant. So, Berenson asking, has SBEV lost its bullish vibrations? So SBEV paid out. I think that SBEV, like, the play happened, right? So we were expecting entry 53.10, right? So 53.10, and we had the potential of reaching the top side that I kept on speaking of. Okay, so 11.24%. And that, my friend, happened right here. We got the top side of 60.32. We were talking about a top side of 59.09 with the 1 cent guy. So just to put it out there like that, okay? I definitely have to further analyze this to see if we can make another play out of it, right? But the play as of today worked out. Right, team, and I love it. Jennifer, what is good with you? Okay. Price action here on the bi-daily time frame feels like it wants to come down and test the gap of 1785. Seeing this candle red and also open beneath the prior bar, that it's only you know, it's no wonder that you have a gap here, right? I'm not saying that it's going to fill it, right? I am not saying that whatsoever. I'm saying that it wants to test the gap top. Expect a bounce here at 1782, and there may be a recovery to test the mid band of the linear regression on the bi-daily at 1822. If If it gets another buy daily close beneath there, this is going to continue to the downside here to eventually reach $17, a whole dollar down. Bob, what is good? Good to see you here. Careful with path. This feels overbought. And what the heck did I just click on? Yeah, that's it. This was an IPO? Yeah, remember, team, that I don't have the biggest edge here with IPOs. Okay, the daily time frame, it's showing that it's up almost, damn, it's up 25%, almost 26. You're working, Jennifer? Keep it moving. That's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, so if this is man, I don't have anything in the tools here. So let me see the 4 hour. Where is it getting weakness? Let's see the 30-minute. Okay. 30-minute time frame is already, yeah, 30-minute time frame is already kind of falling here, crossing beneath the SMA 14 on the RSI. This means that the 30-minute time frame may have the potential to bleed into the hourly and have this finally cross beneath its SMA 14 as well. 7 minutes to close a pretty big shooting star. This thing may actually capitulate. Yeah, the first target I'd give it would be 1310. I'm going to go ahead and note it down here for us. A 1310 to about, hold on, I can adjust it. 1310 to 1216 could be the bottom side here. Damn, thank you for that information, Mark Roach. That's very kind of you. 6 minutes to close this hourly candle, team. Watch out. I wanted to see S-Bucks. 6 minutes to close here. Starbucks may actually continue to a downside here to test the 106.83 cent zone. Let's see it. I'm gonna take a look at where the heck? I think I had it in the other side. Maybe here. Five minutes to close the SPY. Yeah, if it's going to close down here. No. 448.80, definitely not. In my opinion. It already got 448. It already touched that bottom side of 448.83. What I'm thinking here, that in 4 minutes and 51 seconds, this thing closes. There may be an upside to test the EMA 21 as resistance at about 449.30, and then it'll come back down. But here's the next thing. In 4 minutes and 35 seconds, if it closes beneath this candle here, that bar low is about 448.76. If it closes beneath that, price action will just continue to the downside and find its support bottom before a recovery. And that support bottom would be about 448.50. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen here. Just a moment, team. Wow. Yeah, definitely getting pushed. But to be honest, man, yeah, look at the 4-hour time frame SMA 10 at 448.48. 448.48 is very much in line with the 448.50 or 448. No way. 448.48 in the next hourly candle as well. Huge confluence. Now there is another 2 minutes 53 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, I'm over here very, very pensive. Yeah, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It feels like it's going to want to come back up to the EMA 21. That entry could be 449.30. Then, yeah, if it does close beneath that 441.30 or 449.30, I'm sorry, it's getting very close to there. I think the SMA 10 would be the least of the problems there at 448.50. Yeah, so the higher it closes, the bigger the downside. Let me go back to the hourly. It's getting very close. Oh, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have 0 day trades left. I can't even trade it. But in 1 minute and 12 seconds, that's a pretty big bearish engulfing. Guys, I think that this may have the juice. Yeah, if it comes up to support at the EMA 21, it may not even do that. It may not even give you the opportunity here. So 449.31 is the EMA 21 on the hourly, right? That could potentially present entry right in there, right? See the price action getting closer at 37 seconds. So I'm saying here that if it does close red beneath the 449.30, then the other candle may get the resistance at around that 449.30, and then there's actually a good chance of coming down to the 4-hour time frame EMA 21, right? So that's at 444.23, but we still have one very important area at that 447.80 mark. In this case, it would be this candle down here would be 447.72. Okay, but the SMA 10, I think that's the least of the problems here. So there we go. Let's see what happens on the hourly time frame. We just got that closure. So let's see if it actually goes up. And now the new entry is 449.29 at the EMA 21. Let's see if it even gets that, right? Not always does it go all the way up there, but this is enough for this to continue to the downside to test now 448. It's a new target now, 448.53. Actually, it's still similar. 448.53. Yeah, it feels like it wants to grab it first. Don't doubt it though, okay? Don't doubt it. I mean, there's always a chance that it gets this bottom side here of 448.76 and bounces. Oh, Danielle, you're saying that you're gonna wish everybody a fantastic day. You gotta cut it short. I'm gonna take my winnings and call it a day. And Danielle, sometimes it's the best thing to do. Dark Xenon, yes, these were SPY puts. I'm not saying there's not a chance here at it coming back up. I just want you to be aware that price can do something like that, right? So let me pull up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is looking pretty damn bearish. That I will say. Yeah, it's feeling pretty bearish here. $448.30 could be one of them. Geez, okay, here comes the bottom target. Actually, in this case, it would be 448.53. If you want to, if you want to just take advantage of damn, I guess that would be almost a 30-cent move. 449.30 was the supposed entry, and that's where I said that it doesn't always get it, but that would be the implied play. But you can see how bearish it is. This thing wants to fall off. Let me see the 10-minute. Very curious on the 10-minute, as it is showing the EMA 200 at 448.32. Okay, here we go. This is the upside. This is what I was telling you, like, don't doubt it. Still. Sebastian, you took the long? Oh yeah, that's literally my play. 449.30. My play is the EMA 21 test of the 449.30. I think so too, Lauren. That is, I mean, if I was going to play it right, I'm risking right around there. Those are going to print, Buzz. And Lauren, there's still a chance here at the EMA 7 at around 449.53, right? But in my opinion, this thing and there, oh my goodness, 449.26 top. Man, adjusted to 449.29 now. Damn, that could have been it. No. This thing is bouncing in there. Usually when it gets up to that EMA, I would still long put in here. my little chase area, I guess, in this particular zone would be the opening of the closing of the prior bar. So 449.02 to 449.29. That's still an area for me. Me too, brother. PCSA, is it moving up? There you go. It is now up 13.5%, team. Congratulations to you if you did get that upside. Off-grid Gorilla, you have a half position in, loaded. you should probably already be up. A lot of people betting the downside here. Here we go. Here we go. It's looking okay. The EMA 21 has readjusted again to 449.30. Mark Roach, my dude. Love you, man. Thank you. So, Lauren. Oh, dude. Yeah. Either it meets your discount or it doesn't, dude. I agree. That's the way I am. Either it does it or it doesn't. And then if it misses the play, oh well. Next play. Man, but yeah, I have to say that volatility feels just not so damn strong. You changed it to the 26? Yeah, I think that's currently the top side of it. Yeah, the top side of this current bar is 449.26. And it's technically an okay time right now, right? Because the morning volatility tends to dissipate. No. Off-grid gorilla, how did you know? That's really funny. This is not a, I mean, anything can happen in the markets. I get it, but this is not an area to load calls. That was your confirmation? Damn, Mark Roach, dude. That's so cool. When I meet up with you, man, I can just give you a whole bunch of these. Ooh, there it is. Getting the resistance right from our area, man. It touched 449.28. Now it's at 449.17. You got it, Lauren? Nice. Dude, you're way in the money right now, okay? So, dude, remember, as soon as those 0 DTEs, never take your not take your profits, right? You know what to do, man. You know what to do. Just please remember that I'm not trading this because I don't have any day trades available anymore. I started reading everywhere, right? People were saying that 0 DTEs, blah 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 blah, you know? All right, dude. So this is the perfect entry, right? You got that perfect entry, right? So I don't know who the hell else is playing right now. So just know for a fact you can face a bounce right there at 448.75, but that's not the target that I'm looking for. The target that I'm looking for is 448.52. It's okay, Aiden. The thing is that if I think that when it touches the 448.75 or 72, whatever that is, let me see. Yeah, 448.75. I think that if it grabs that target, this thing may bounce back to test the resistance of maybe 449.01. $448.75. Oh yeah, that's the bottom side here. That'll get you, dude. That'll get you. You're about to take profit right now, then. Good. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do a 3/4 out with a 1/4 in for a runner. So this is what I mean, right? So it just dropped right now to 448.76. it's close enough. So this may introduce here the 449.01 area, right? Just like we said. Check it out. Check it out. Right there. And bam, perfect. GNS and CDIO. We can definitely load them up. Let me just make sure that the Arca Bulls team over here gets out safely. All right. Oh, yeah, Lauren, no way, dude. This is sure my minimum target here. Yeah, 448.52, right? But that's I think it can go beyond it. But the safest thing to do would be honestly to play it to that 448.52 because that'll get you a huge gain nonetheless. Right? See the 5-minute time frame. Damn, approaching that 448.75 again. Here we go. There we go. There's the break of the prior bar low. That's already confirmation that this thing may continue to the downside. It just dropped to a low of 448.71. There we go. That's 448. That was it. That was the move right there. 448.52. It took it perfectly. Now, the 10-minute time frame, if you're still in, the 10-minute is a very speculative downside that I'm not sure it would get. I'm not sure it's going to get it. My out was 448.52. That's my play. That's what I would do. The 10-minute time frame is about to reach the EMA 200 at 448.33. That may be an area, but I don't trust it, and I don't care. But this thing touching down to 448.48 marked off a perfect exit for 0 DTE. Mark Roach, 495 FNGR in green. Good to know. Lauren, you really got out? Good. Good, bro. Kill it, man. Kill it. But those targets I give team there, I mean, it's just they're psychological targets. Never give back what you gain. No. Right? See, if we would have stayed in, that would have put you into huge negative, right? Even though you were already probably green in that area there. Right? So, Lauren, dude, just, I mean, really look at what was done here, okay? This was your entry here. You longed this thing all the way down to right here. You took advantage of 95% of the range of this hourly candle. Wall Street Ponzi saying 17 spot, 8% poor gain. I'm done for the day. My brother, that is sometimes the smartest thing to do. Yes, sir. We don't overtrade. We don't get over greedy. We take the win, survive for the next day, next play. That's right, dude. With consistency and discipline, this can be something very lucrative. Gold and silver stocks are spiking pretty nicely today. Nice. Okay, you guys. So let me congrats, Lauren. I love it, buddy. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I can see that. Let me go to it. And I'm out here with like no more day trades left, guys. So you got to know how stoked I am to see you guys win. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what I was saying, team. It's just SBEV. I don't know. Like, once my play was done, right? I mean, my it was very specific, right? It was very specific about these targets. We still have upper bound targets, I said, but I don't know just yet. We would need to see when we get this done. Zen for Life saying, I'm out too, Arca. Thank you. My brother, you are very welcome. I am very happy you were able to participate on that play. It is for you, my brother. I do this for you. Hell yeah, man. Very happy about that. Yeah, this was... Let's see. I think I totally missed... Oh, right. Somebody wanted to look at GNS. Double X. Dude, I love you, man. Yeah, Jersey, if you have the shot, if you're not long FNGR and you have the shot to stay away from it, dude, I already told the community that I'm not going to trade them. I can't do that. I can't do that, brother. I'm really trying to expose safer plays for retail here. And those who have been following me, man, we've been making gains and a half, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just to shed light on a safer area. And believe me when I say there is safer even still. Right, but if you have that shot, my brother, not financial advice, of course. I wouldn't. They're very difficult assets to trade, and I personally believe that in these choppy markets, man, I think the day trade is where it's at. Yeah, Buzz, of course. I was just gonna do this real quick for Jersey, but I can definitely. Remind me, it's OXS, okay? I love that play. Okay, so we have an hour left. Well, not an hour, I'd say, 40 minutes, 37 seconds left to close this candle, right? So this is the hourly candle. What I can say is that the asset has been running pretty ridiculously, right? There could be a pullback here. But it would be a pullback to create just another hourly slightly higher low, right? So what I'm talking about here is price action recovering ever so slightly, again, back up to 76.56. By then, I think that this, here it goes. It's moving on up. I think that we would probably close this candle beneath the regression, which would be 76.83. So I'm going to put that up there. $76.83. There you go. It's always such a surprise to me when when Ham Short Killer like reposts things that I'm in now. He's he rough start between him and I, right? But I get it. He's just protective over his community. But I have to say, Kristen, she tries to push the attention. So what I mean by Rosie Gray Glasses has said it right. That is so funny. If you are single and no kids, play finger. Yeah, but me personally, the team already knows that I'm trying to stay away from the micro caps and the small caps altogether. And trust me when I say that I specialize in the small, right? But I realize too that I have a great responsibility, man. Although I'm not a financial advisor, I can't do anything about people following me, right? So if they are going to follow and if they are going to participate in plays, then it would be up to me, at least for my community, to display something that's not a speculative play. Something that would be strong and something that we can gain consistency over on a daily basis. FNGR. Let's go ahead and take a look at it for Northwest. SBEV Big B. That man. I don't know if you were listening to me just a little bit earlier, right? But usually I call out the play, right? Meaning that I give you the entry and I'll give you the exit. So SBEV played out, I think, at about 90% accuracy to what I said. Entry and exit. So the thing is that I'm not able to see beyond that play. Now, because look what happened, right? We fell way beneath that mid band. So I think there could be a consolidation phase or some slight downside even still. We will look. One last thing for GNS. This 36 minutes to close this hourly candle. If it closes beneath 76.83, depending on how close the price action is, it may actually go up to test it. And that 76.83, it may actually have a top side of about 77.03 on the next hourly candle. Okay? And then this would actually start falling. But remember that by that time is going to be lunchtime. You don't want to trade lunchtime. You don't want to. Yesterday's play where people were asking me, we want to enter lunch. We want to enter lunch. I hope that was proof enough. Right? And I took it with you. I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. So we took the lunchtime trade. And the best entry didn't come in until the close of the lunchtime candle. After the lunchtime candle, we pumped to the regression band, and then the thing started capitulating. And it was a total, man. Guys, don't do the lunchtime trade, okay? I'll try to guide it because I know there's a lot of anxiety out there, right? But I just wanted to really display how things can work when you're trading in the lunchtime, right? It's a consolidation. It is low volatility. The options contracts are high, 100% dependent on implied volatility. You don't want to do that. So Wall Street Ponzi saying, Arca, you speak facts. Small and micros are fire, but not consistent. I appreciate you owning that responsibility, my brother. It's just looking at the numbers, right? It's dude, it's scary, right? So yes, specifically this yesterday, I can't believe I noticed this. I didn't even call it out. Yeah, that's right. Jersey Recycler is absolutely right. Lunchtime trades, you are fighting algos all the time. Although algorithms are running the trade in general, and they flip the script right after lunchtime. We know this already. 9 to 10:30, the entire script is flipped. Okay, so what I was saying here, Wall Street, was that I didn't notice this yesterday, but look, this is a wake-up call, right? Look at this. I broke 5,000 yesterday on Twitter. Right? So then because I saw this, I'm like, damn, so where the hell am I on YouTube, right? So I go to YouTube and how do you do this thing? Your channel, right? And then I go to YouTube and I broke 7.7K here. And then I go into Discord. I think I just broke 2,000. So, you know, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? 13, 14 with Discord, 14,000, right? And then you have the plus 300 here on YouTube. So that's about exposure to 14,300 subscriptions to Arca Bull's team. So that hit, you know, that kind of, dude, that hits me, dude. That like I don't want to. So many people are tuning in all the time to what I say, right? So I'm like, man, I can't gamble these small shots. If I was trading by myself, I would probably continue, but dude, no. I think there is a danger there, and I have to I have to show the talents somewhere else, you know, where people can feel safer. And Wall Street Ponzi saying your TA is fire. The following will grow itself, and it speaks volumes to your character, dude. That's so awesome of you, man. Thank you. And I see it, dude. I see why Josh has dubbed the battle. The microcaps, yeah, Lauren. You know what? That's a really inverse way of looking at it, but I will have to agree. Sometimes when the microcap is not in play or not meme enough, it could consolidate and it could trap you in a dead zone, right? So it becomes a zombie. You guys remember that saying back in 2021 when they were finding zombie stocks? Have you ever thought about when they started talking about zombie stocks? If you don't recall correctly, or if you don't recall enough, retail started bringing up the issue about zombie stocks towards the end of 2021. They existed before that. Clean, right? But the numbers of them started to appear and grow towards the end of 2021, right? So, you know me, man. You know me. I'll be back testing how many times I poop, right? So, so let me go to the SPY here. Let me get rid of the moving averages. Let's go on a weekly basis and check this out, okay? So we were noticing that there was a growth in zombie stocks towards the end of 2021, right? Look at this. This is December 2021. January 2021, bear market. So I have to tell you that there are ways to observe. The thing is that the markets will give you hints in the weirdest ways. There was something up with those zombie stocks coming up. Something really weird, right? So then, into January, the first weekly bearish engulfing printed. That wasn't the only thing. Historically speaking, the biggest capitulations have come from 6-month bearish engulfings. Who the hell is looking at a 6-month, right? You got your crazy ass man right here looking at him. That's me. I'll be looking at weird things like this, man. Okay. I know a great deal of the S&P 500, dating all the way back, but into the late 1800s, 1871 when it started, right? So right around there, I started back testing all kinds of things on the S&P, SPX. This is just a SPY, right? So you would, that was part of my learning. I had to. It was let me pull up finger real quick. Sitting at 495. It was my mentor. He would say this, "Damn it, kid." He goes, "I wish you would have been there with me to witness what happened in the .com bubble." Then he goes, "Damn it, kid, I wish you were there with me to see the to play short the financial crisis or the housing crisis 2007 to 2009." And he kept on saying that. So my understanding was, how the hell am I ever going to do? I started looking on YouTube to see news events happening during those critical times. It was so difficult to catch one specific moment, because the thing is that it's a multi-year event that leads up to weakness. You know what I mean? So it's hard to catch that in a single moment. So I couldn't. But what I did do was that I started dating back on my indices. I started back testing them, and I started observing volatility, and I started observing momentum, and I started observing price and formation and psychological theories. And because I did this so freaking much, that I was unintentionally gaining a huge amount of knowledge over how the markets were moving just by studying what happened back in the day, right? It's how if you're a musician, they'll give you music appreciation. You will need that. You need to know where you've been in order to know where you're going, right? So SPY chart. Let's look at the SPY. I'm sorry, buddy. So if I have any of the guys, I have looked at. I'm sure that, but I haven't counted myself, but I'm sure that I've looked at beyond 1,000 charts. And it helps, guys. Okay, I know. I'm looking at it, right? I'm looking at the SPY. I see it. I see the opportunity, and I'm gonna say right now that the opportunity is very much like yesterday. Okay, so it feels like we're gonna get this fall beneath the regression line, which is 448.50, looking good, right? So we can get this fall to continue. Likely this candle is going to close beneath the that's the support right there, 448.50. 448, let me see where it is now. 448.49. Okay, so 448.49 is that bottom side. So what could happen here is that you're going to notice that it probably closes beneath the 448.49, which, by the way, I should probably jot down here. You're going to say, okay, let's ride the downside. But like yesterday, closed beneath it, consolidated for the hour, because that's what happens. In fact, we actually got a little bit of a downside there. We were in profitability, but not to the full extent. Not to the whole move that I was trying to guide us to. Remember, the 5-minute time frame EMA 200 was the play yesterday, and I was not going to hold any longer than that, right? So after it consolidated for that entire hour, then on the next hour, on the following one, that's when it officially moved all the way up to test the top side of the regression, and from there it was all over. Right, so I know that it feels like it's gonna do it, and it may very well do it during lunch, right? It could happen. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying that more often than not, the play consolidates during lunch because the institutional traders are at lunch, right? So volatility naturally contracts. So when we experience short-term contraction, your short-term options contracts like the 0 DTE winners, those will also drop their value in implied volatility. So what happens when implied volatility drops, your Vega, which are the Greeks, and the metric that adds the value into gamma or injects gamma will also drop in percentage, right? So I'm sorry, the implied volatility, it drops by percentage, so then your Vega value drops too. Remember that for every point that the implied volatility moves up, that metric of Vega gets injected into your delta. So if it's like 10 cents of Vega for every 1 point up or down of implied volatility, that's $10 for every point of implied volatility that it moves up or down. So you are really, really screwing with things if implied volatility is dropping while consolidating. And now what about this? Check this out. If implied volatility is dropping and you're slowly moving upwards and you do have calls. So say you bought calls down here at 448.20 and price action goes up and moving up, right? Your call options, you're thinking that you should be printing, but you're not keeping into account your implied volatility in Vega. So implied volatility can be dropping because you're slowly moving up. That means that you are dropping delta. You're going to go delta negative. So it's very critical for you to also pay attention to your volatility metric when trading options contracts and when to trade it. You do not trade options contracts in low contraction. Oh yeah. Naturally, Jersey Recycler. Check out the SPXU. Check out SOXS. So usually when the SPY and the broader markets capitulate, the Qs and the S&P 500 both have an inverse ETF. Pro shares, 3 times lever. SPXU, SQQQ, both of those are going to rip. Right? So very important for those who feel weird shorting. Right? So if you feel weird getting puts, you can go to the SQQQ, get long calls if you feel better trading the upside, right? So if we go to, you know what? Let's do it like this. Let me get rid of the all the drawings, and I will add in here, I will add the SQQQ. So you can see how directly inverse it plays. There it is, and check it out. Now, actually, you know what? We can do this too. Look at that. See how they work together? 100% inverse to each other. And I'm talking about NASDAQ inverse versus SPX inverse. Right? So all of these are important to look at. And then as you pull out further and further, you will see that you can see the fractal. Look at that. It's actually quite beautiful. It's like artwork. So yeah, man. Wall Street Ponzi saying, okay, now for real, I'm done. LOL. 22% port gains. Thank you, Arca. My bro, I am so happy to hear it. So happy. So happy to hear it, man. Dude, it's awesome. We have that freedom. That and Wall Street Ponzi, I have to say that is the best closure you can do. Okay, get risk off, right? Risk off at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. Risk off, right? We'll wait for the opportunity. And this is what I meant earlier, right? So you'll notice here that the likelihood of this candle to close beneath that 448.50 is great. In fact, it may capitulate a little bit here. It'll gain you another nice little scalp. But as you enter the lunchtime, it will slow down a little more. Ian Tucker, dude. the hell you mean, man? You gotta pay. You gotta pay for that real-time data in any broker. Okay, and I think it's giving you a 5-minute delay, and you're lucky for only that being 5 minutes. TradeStation gives you a 15-minute delay if you're not paying for real-time data. I am paying an additional $300 per year to get all real-time data for all markets so that I have the accurate information for retail and for our live streams. As I do have it, I literally have all real-time data. NASDAQ, NYSE, Arca, I have it all. Yes, Ian Tucker, and you know what? Weeble a little laggy, but still, it'll be important for you to observe price action in real time. And that's stuff that you're going to learn later here in the master's course with me, which, by the way, team, yep, I have opened up enrollment for the following 30 people, right? So the first master's course already took off this last Saturday. So if you are interested, go ahead and email me at ArcMastersCourse@gmail.com. It is a 16-week mentorship, and I will give you all the pertinent information, right? So look at this thing lingering around that bottom side target, team, the whole time. It's always gonna, sorry guys, this is it here. And also, I think that's as big as I can go, right? Yeah. So, what I was saying here is that it's gonna linger right around here. The real downside won't come until later. And one more thing, right? Remember that I did say that possibilities are still there. It could still, fall during lunchtime. I get it. But more often than not, it won't. So it'll shed an opportunity for us to take advantage of at the close of the lunch period. At the return of these people, you'll start noticing that it's going to start getting a front run to either direction, depending on the closure that the candle is implying. Absolutely, and is a very valuable lesson for newbies, me. How much is it charging you? Is it $2 a month? I think it's going to give you the real-time NASDAQ, I think. It gives you another option, right? It's either or. Where's FNGR at, man? And ASRE, what the hell's it doing? All right, it's at 28.19. Stop messing around. Daily time frame SMA 100, we're knocking at that door. I can't help but to notice this, but it's definitely a freaking ascending triangle. Very bullish formation. Ian Tucker, what was $2.99 again? I just asked and I just blew by it. SOX says ripping. Let's see. Oh yeah, how much they're charging you? $2.99. It's per month, right? Holy crap! American Airlines is dropping like a fly. But remember that this plays in tandem with the broader markets. So what about this? Look. What about Roku? Look at Roku. See? What about PayPal? See? These tickers that I'm pointing out right now are connected or somewhat affiliated to the broader markets. Whether it be the NDX or the SPX, it's there. So that means that if its index is bleeding, these are likely bleeding. If your Magnificent 7 are bleeding, they are likely bleeding. So, and the way you do that is, you can have in TradingView, you can have, multiple charts open at once, right? So let's pull this off maybe in the 8-hour time frame. And you can see here, look, Apple had a 190.96. It already dropped down a whole point. Microsoft 376, it has dropped 3 points, right? Nvidia is actually, curiously, 502. It was yesterday's top. So 502 right now to 488. Jeez. Look at Tesla dropping. Right, so now we just noticed Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Roku, American Airlines, and PayPal. All of those tickers are correlated to one thing, and it's our broader market. So it is important. Not everyone will tell you this, right? To keep in mind your index next to your trading ticker. Whatever it is that you're trading, know where it's built. Know what it's falling sympathy to. And that'll often help out your plays. Right. So FNGR, where is it at? 491, still lingering around those targets. But which, by the way, team, I think I released a video, right? I released a video on FNGR yesterday. Oh man, we tested what is that? Was that my test? Did I focus the zone at 512? Okay, gotcha, Ian. Thank you. I don't remember what I ended up saying in the video from FNGR last night. Oh, I see what's happening. All right, you know what? Some were asking me about this. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I see it. Let's go ahead and off-grid gorilla. I'm about to burn your ears right now. So because it's contraction time, it's going to be low volatility. Let's humor these guys. I haven't heard them in a while. I want to know if they have any new information for retail to benefit off. If I catch something, of course, we'll use it. If I don't, of course, whatever, but at least my commitment to retail, while it's still there for FNGR, I will continue respecting it, right? So let's go ahead and pop open
stock, and that will add more fuel to the fire. So that's the playbook. We're not going away. Mark Bazile knows. I texted him. I copied him on what I heard. All right. So when he speaks to the Southern District, when he's exposing Capybara and those criminals, I guess
I love you,
we'll
bro.
have more information that we got a tip off of another attack that they're trying to do.
Joe H.
All right. Again, this will only add more time in jail sentence when they're caught. All right, because when criminals get caught like a rat, they got to fight their way out of a corner. That's what they always say, and this is what they do. They think they can never lose, and then they're going to get away with it forever. This is a different. Thanks to William, this is a different fight, and like William says, we're not going away. And again, I spoke to law enforcement yesterday. Spoke to law enforcement 2 days before. I'm educating them all on it. They're all not experts on naked short selling. They understand pump and dumps. They understand shorting. But this, they don't understand altogether. They hear about it, but they're getting their earful now. I gave them 6 pages each of information, and they both know that I'm working with each other. So again, they have to decide who wants to take control of this. That's up to them. All right. But again, what else can I say?
17 cats.
There's law enforcement here. We're waiting for the company to make some noise whenever they do it. And we're standing here and there's no selling. Zero. I don't know what to tell you people. Stocks that have no selling, like NVIDIA, go up 100 points. Stocks that have no selling, like Tesla, bounce off, and after the attacks, they go back up $30, $40. This is what happens.
I'm curious. Let me see.
All right. I posted about CVM. CVM's been acting great, excuse me. And what did they do? They raised a couple of $1 million at $2, and they take the momentum out of the stock. Again, they need to raise money to fight cancer. That's what the problem is.
I mean, he's right. There is no selling.
So raising money destroys their market cap, destroys shareholder value. And it's only because the guys, on the run-up, William, up to $3 yesterday. They were shorting it because they know they're going to buy it back at 2. Nice trade, right?
It's always the same stupid pattern.
There you go. It's always tied.
Look at this.
The big shorts are tied to funders. And Mark Bazile put up something about he just won a case with something LG, I think it was. I posted it.
It's been accumulated with dropping.
Also put in the thing, he put a little line. Only registered. I don't want to quote it. Let me see if I can find it.
William is way OG for sure. But yeah, there's a divergence there. Accumulation of the stock and dropping price.
Looking for the quote. I don't want to say something that he said basically is the
that's
people
not
that
good.
can only sell shares in the marketplace are registered brokers. And these guys, none of them fit that. And they're all unregistered toxic lenders. They shouldn't be allowed. They're not allowed by law to be anything part of the stock market, yet they all been selling stock into the marketplace as unregistered broker dealers. And I'm sorry I can't find the exact thing that Mark said. Hold on a second. Let me give you one more chance here. One second. Oh, here it is. Only individuals.
Oh, I don't know, Reed.
And firms that are registered can sell securities into the public.
Rosy gray glasses.
And that is, he put a little thing, broker check called Lincoln Park. So he actually checks to see if they're a broker dealer. And when they come back and said that there's no one under that name that's a registered broker dealer. And that's how Mark is catching all these guys. Because they're all, that's the loophole on the long side, how to catch these criminals. All right, that they don't want to register. Okay, I spoke with Mark about this a long time ago. Hopefully I get it correct. They don't register because if they register, everything they do would have to be seen. That's why they don't register as brokers, because they act in the shadows. But now they're being forced. So again, either they're forced, or any of these toxic loans that they do are just eliminated, and the companies can sue for damages, get back their money, and that's why I think GTI should go after the Kramers, the Finger Motion Lint, Bragg Lint, SYTA Lint. Wolf should go after Yorkville, and they should, anyone who deals with any company.
Let me see the SPY
that has doing business with a toxic lender, even CBM. I don't know who they did their deal with. Reach out to Mark Bazile, let him do that little check for you and go after them. It's a cheap way, a different way to go after the naked short seller. Go right after the lenders, okay? The broker dealers, the market makers, they're not selling the stock. They're just doing it on behalf of hedge funds offshore.
5 minutes.
So attacking them,
52.
I don't believe this is the way to go. I think Mark is doing it the right way. I think Wes has to do it as a long play and going after the broker dealers, not the market makers. All right, that's what I think. I think that's the way to go. But I'm not an attorney, so I'll leave it to the attorneys. But I like the way Mark is attacking this thing and exposing them for being unregistered broker dealers, and they have no right to do any executions in the marketplace. These guys have been operating without a license in the equity markets. Everybody who's a broker. William, did you have a license? Did you have a Series 7?
I did.
You shouldn't have one. Why should you have one? No one else needs one. Only you need one, right? Everybody else is operating without one.
I'm sure it's so
Lynn Partners is operating as a broker dealer, doing whatever they want with no license at all. Totally unregistered.
Well, it says in the document the CEO signs that they're not a registered dealer. At least that's the Kramer's document. You agree that we're not acting as a securities dealer. It's all fraud.
It's all it is. They try to, it's like, what is it? The old shell game. They're trying to, they change documents and they word it. The people need the money and they don't care. And that's what's going on. And that when you sign the paper, they walk out laughing because they already got all their money back and then some.
I think Mark Bazile has another interesting twist for me. You're probably going to say, no, don't worry about that. But I think he intends to notify Wall Street when these let's call them toxic notes / warrants, are retired or removed, so that the back offices know they should stop taking our orders to sell non-existent shares. I think
listen, what should happen here is if they're caught, they should be arrested. First, they get sanctioned for being an unregistered broker-dealer. The next attempt, as they're trying to do fraudulent activity, they should be arrested. And anyone who takes the orders for them should be dragged in with them. All right? Know your client. That's the game.
Know your client. Number one rule.
Right. So I've been on the phone for whatever it was, and we had a total of like 1,200 shares trade, and they mark it down. Always on the downside. Mark it down, mark it down, mark it down. On single motion. All right. Again, I already blew the whistle on whether it's a rumor that the short is spreading, tell the people to get people to sell and attack it. But again, I guess the people that are, if there is a problem, if any law enforcement wants to know, I know the gentleman who will sign an affidavit saying that's what he was told. So again, not making it up. This is information that's passed around, and I wanted you guys all to know. I put it up as soon as I heard it. So again, the short campaign, the DOJ, this is low-hanging fruit, these characters. They stick out like a sore thumb. All right? Yeah.
I printed it out. I'm going to read it to you, or part of it. But Senator John Kennedy just came out against something that the SEC is moving forward with, and I wonder your reaction, because what it is the SEC is demanding from brokerage firms to know who their customers are, what their name is, all the details, birth date, tax ID number, what stocks they've bought and sold during the year. And John Kennedy's point is it's a violation of privacy. But I wonder if this is a methodology for the SEC to track counterfeit shares being sold from abroad. I don't know. I wonder your opinion. You probably haven't seen that news. And I'll read it.
The SEC wants to get the information on every
account, every person, what stocks they bought and sold during the year, what's their birthday, what's the name of their wife.
What about hedge funds? What about those people?
Well, I don't know that answer. Let me
listen, as far as retail, I could give a rat's ass what I buy and sell.
I couldn't
care less. I don't care. But if it's what you're saying, they're trying to track the bad guys, then they need to put in that statement that everyone who trades in the U.S. equity markets, whether they're offshore or onshore, we need to know who they are. This
was in the Washington Examiner this morning, and SEC's consolidated audit trail is a disaster waiting to happen, according to Senator John Kennedy. But I'm seeing it slightly differently. He says the SEC is supposed to protect investors, not stalk them. However, under new regulation, the SEC has paved the way for the agency to follow an investor's every move. They want the customer's full names, birth years, addresses, which stock they bought and sold, and when those transactions occurred.
Well, everyone who has an account at a brokerage firm, that's the information they take from you. So what the fuck do they just go to the brokerage firm?
He says in the past you had to subpoena it for it. But in its own words, the SEC wants to, quote, efficiently and accurately track all activity throughout the U.S. markets, unquote, every single transaction. I wonder if this is a way to go after this offshore criminality.
Oh, if we're not going to include their information, what
It doesn't say that. It doesn't address that. I don't know if they're including.
So if they don't
If this
include
is
their
just
activity-
addressed to retail, so what? But if it's every account, it might be a big deal.
Listen, I'm sure they're trying to find a way to shut this down because it's coming. This is going to be exposed. So if that's a way to slow down the offshore, attacks, so be it. What do you care if you buy? They see you bought, GTI, Finger, XMI, whatever the hell you're buying. Who cares?
See, his angle is it's a disregard for privacy. I understand that, but it might be. This is what I'm wondering. Might be a way to track everything to catch the
Like, why would they
criminals.
need to know who the hell's buying BBMM or whatever?
Well, that's it. They don't know. When you send money, if selling from the pipes from Germany or the UK, you don't know who the seller is. That's a violation. For example, what you said of the know your customer rule. Just off the top of my head. I don't know. Anyway,
they need to shut down this. They need to shut down this offshore loophole with these characters coming through the Caymans, Central America, South America. We don't know. No one knows what the hell's going on.
they should just.
So you have to put a ring around your stock. I think Finger Motion has done a great job of putting a ring around it. So, everyone who's been part of this, spreading the word on Wall Street. Everyone on Wall Street knows about it. And that's what the short sellers, their fear is that once this gets momentum, like GameStop, once the final dagger comes out, whatever that may be, whether it's corporate news, investigation, something, this thing will never stop. So the company's worth based on benchmarks report before the last revenue quarter, which was doubled, was $5. What's the race to try to sell it down? There is no race. The valuation is much higher. I told you we have a seasoned IR guy. He said the value of the company is between 8 and 10 based on the last revenue. Not for me. I'm not a fundamental guy, but that's what he told us.
And you're not seasoned.
So what's the race to hurry up and sell 1,000 shares at 488? Hurry up, sell it out for me. There is no. Everybody understands it, and that's why there's no selling. The only sellers are the manipulators. Yesterday was 60-something%. Again, I forgot the number. 6. Whenever there's real buying in the stock and it's ready to take off, that's when the naked short number goes up. When it's very quiet and you see big volume, they're washing it if it's in the same spot. It's very easy to see the patterns. Except for Richard, it's not legal advice. He seems to get lost in it.
He only knows one
He
pattern.
had a good joke last night about a boxer. He forgot the punchline, and then he came out with it. I can't remember. It was a good one, Richard.
In the corner stands a boxer, a fighter.
No, I forgot he actually said he forgot the punchline, then he remembered it, and it was a good joke. So it was about a boxer. I forgot the whole thing. So if Richard is up, if he wants to give you the joke, we can type it to you. So
he's one hilarious guy, that's for sure.
Listen, he does a great job. He's very calming to me. I like watching him, and Ace drives me a little crazy. He's so high strung, I can't handle it.
Yeah, he talks very quietly and never gets upset.
He never gets upset.
He's,
hey, Ace,
he's unflappable.
He really is. Ace, your house is on fire. Okay, it'll put itself out. No problem. That's the type of guy he is.
It's great. He does a great job. He does a great job.
Call from him.
Are you calling me?
But any other questions?
We're
sitting here watching paint dry today. I gave you the scoop. We're waiting for the company to make noise. The market's selling off after the quick squeeze up every day up.
I had one, but I can't remember it. I can't remember it. Let me go to the bottom of the page. All right. Might as well ask you. Everyone's focused on it. What news is coming out before the 17th tomorrow about Finger? capital letters, shouting out loud. What is the news that, the insider news that would be a violation of Reg FD if they disclosed it to you personally instead of the world? What is the news, Ham, coming out by tomorrow?
Well, the news is that it's what do you call it? Fair disclosure. So I don't know the news, and I heard that there was a news coming out. The company never told me anything, and I'm sitting here waiting like you. I'm not trading anything. I'm not doing anything. What would you like me to say? What's the news?
What's up with the 17th? Is it still a thing?
Tomorrow. Is it still a thing?
That's the question.
So I just told you I heard that the shorts are trying to prepare another short attack. They want people to write a report. I heard that too. So that's the same thing as what I heard in Finger. It's the same as what I told you what I heard. Decipher it where you may be. If I knew the story, I'd tell you. If I was out here saying, hey, I'm going to buy a lot of stock before the news comes out, you can say, hey, that's not legal. It's got to be fair disclosure. I got it. I know. I'm talking to the FBI and the Secret Service, Dumbo. You think I'm sitting here going to trade on inside information if I had it? What are you, a bird? I don't know the news.
Mark Bazile commented.
Based on the stock not even trading, nobody knows what's going on. So what can I tell you? I have no clue. But anyway, the big mouth that just said that, obviously he's a stooge because that's a stupid quote. They can running around with inside it and it's fair disclosure. That's a stooge. Block that idiot.
All right. Raka asks, Mark Bazile commented, I guess on Twitter, she doesn't say, that the GTII lawsuit was dropped attributable to Rule 11, lack of support. Ham, are you have any help on this? It's first time I've heard this.
No, I don't. Again, until someone tells me, I have no idea what happened. I'm not an attorney. I'm not in the courtroom. I have no clue. Maybe he has a different angle. That's the only thing I can think of. My angle was always go after Alpine. It's standing right there in black and white. Alpine is the criminal. The prime broker that is allowing the Kramers and everyone else, the gatekeeper, to fraud. That's the spot. The DTC told you everybody's suing him. Maybe that's the way he decided he wants to go. I don't know much about courts. Can it get withdrawn, put back? I have no idea.
Okay, this gentleman is concerned that he's still, I think he's received GTII shares. He doesn't understand that when there's a legend on the shares, you can't trade them, you can't price them. But he still does not have his GTII shares. He wrote the SEC. Thank you for writing the SEC.
Yes, thank you.
And
by the way, I didn't buy a zillion shares, but I did buy GTI yesterday, and I can give you the prices I paid for it. And this is how I know they're still shorting it. You ready?
Yeah.
Let me see the prices here. I bought it at 0.519. That was a short sale. Then I bought more and I paid 0.51916. Another short sale. Then I bought again and I paid 0.5242. Another short sale. And then I bought again and they sold to me 51195 more. So there's an example that the shorts are still shorting because every time I tried to buy it, I tried to take the 53 or the 52 offering, and that's what I got back. So that tells you no one sells in those numbers. Those are the shorts shorting in front of it. So that's who's selling the stock. They're naked shorting it still at those numbers.
So check on that GTII story.
If I bought it yesterday, what knowledge did I have of Wes's lawsuit? Zero. I'm not doing it. I'm doing it just like you. I had some extra money. I said, let me buy some. That's what I did. That's it. That's how it goes. But you have bozos trying to make an example that we have inside information, William. Yes, we're all loaded. We have real inside information. We're making a fortune here. We actually call the feds, people that arrest people on inside information. Does anyone know that the FBI arrests people for insider trading? Does anyone know that? Oh, really? Okay, yeah. So I'm going to sit here and waste my time buying 1,000 shares of Finger to get arrested for insider trading. That's what I want to do. Okay, great.
I got to check this. You look up Goober Gary Gensler. Apparently he's up for Secretary of the Treasury. I don't know. That's something I've been predicting. No, he's not. So that's bad news. Thank you, Mitchell Wong, very much. Let's see. This Michael says, "Good morning, guys. Can't thank you enough for your diligence and hard work."
Well, thank you very much for that quote. And the opposite of that is the scumbags that post that are trying to think that they're going to upset us and accuse us of criminal activity. Meanwhile, they sit here and they represent the criminals.
He has an idea that I happen to like. His idea is, why don't we put a full page ad in the Washington Post?
I thought about that, but it's like $15,000.
And then now, as soon as they do with the first issue, phone calls will come into the liberal bought Washington. You know, it's Bezos owns it. He'll take it out. But we could do it maybe in the Examiner or in the Washington Times or...
Well, if anybody wants to go about it and try to get the ads for a page ad in one of those places, you know, I'll help raise the funds for it. So if you can get someone wants to do the legwork on that, I'm not great at doing that. If you get the, you know, the whatever day it be, we want it on a weekday, maybe a weekend, a weekday, whatever day's best. And we'll take a full page ad out and we'll throw everybody under the fucking bus.
I can't believe it's 15 grand. So much money.
I think the New York Post was pretty cheap. I think that was pretty cheap.
Because only conservatives read it.
Listen, it's the New York Post turned into a English newspaper. All it is pictures of.
Well, it's. I actually read the Daily Hate, the Daily Mail, and it's the same news. The Daily Mail comes maybe half a day sooner, but the New York Post, it must be all owned by Murdoch.
I don't know, but I'm just saying it went from being a local New York paper to being like a trashy, you know, there's always pictures of girls in bikinis. It's like that newspaper that was in the UK, or the Star or the Inquirer. It turned into something like that.
Well,
yeah, we used to go to the supermarket and there was always that stupid paper, the Star or the Inquirer. I can't remember which one it was. It was always there.
Ronald Abbott, I don't know if he's real or not, first time I saw his name, but he's saying it's nice to see that Univest turned out to be a total farce 100%. Well, I don't think it's over yet, but if you want to call it over now, just get out of the stock and then stop worrying about it. The stock, you know, the Finger's up from about $1, low dollars this year. Even at these prices, it's a huge run for the year. So just get out, Ronald. But I don't think Univest is over with by any means. Several of the stocks that had short squeezes under Univest, I can't remember them all. One took 10 months, one took 12 months, one took 8 months from the time Univest was signed up. So get out whenever you want, though.
Oh, you know what? These people, I don't know how Univest operates, but it's their money. They're a banker. It's their business. And it's what they want to do. They're not here to help us. I said that 1,000 times.
No.
People don't understand that. These guys are in business for themselves, to make money for themselves. I just don't understand why Finger Motion would hire a banker and to do nothing. So that, to me, makes everything you guys are all talking about doesn't make any sense, because obviously they're here to do something. What day they unleash and make it happen, I don't know. But again, I have no idea.
Well, I think it's unreasonable.
I know what I'm going to do tonight. I just thought of it. I'm going to go to a Chinese restaurant and see if there's information in my fortune cookie after I have dinner tonight, and see what, and maybe I can get the information there. I can tell them, hey, I know Univest. Give me the good fortune cookie.
Well, I just think that Finger Motion has built a terrific franchise over the last 8 or 9 years. They do it deliberately, carefully. They cross the T's, dot the I's. They do all the filings correctly. Their audit trail is pristine, and they've built a great relationship with the 3 top telecoms. I forget the names: China Telecom, China Unicom, and China Telewoman. I always forget the third one. But
China Mobile.
China Mobile. But they treasure these relationships. It's with the Chinese government. It has to be. It's a communist government above a free market capitalist system. You've got the economic system is almost free market. The government is communist. So they have to work with the government. They've built those relationships. Univest, $150 billion, is in the same boat. They work with the government, I assume, and all these big companies. So it works out to lawyers, deliberate, make every step properly. It works out to SLOWLY. But it doesn't mean it's over with. You saw a $300 million shelf filing with the SEC. Did they do that just to fake everyone out? I don't think so. And you can imagine what 300 million is for. It could be to fund a JV. It could be fund an acquisition. It could be to distribute one of their arms and fund that. It could be anything. It could be do a financing with Munich Re or Pacific Re. Oh, it's glad to see that Univest is a farce. Well, anyway.
Listen, when people talk like that,
they're not investors.
We all want, he's a trader. That's exactly right. We all want instant gratification. I bought this morning. I sold it this afternoon. All right. And I'll give you an example of that. You know, I looked at that stock Heliogen. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they sold it back down, and I was watching it. So these guys want to fight somehow. I don't know what the hell they're going to do. So I have my daughter buy 3,400 shares at 78 cents. And she sold it the next day, I think, at $1.40. So she made herself nice money to pay off her student loans real quick. And guess what? It was a day trade. Boom, boom. Next day she sold it. And today it's $1.80. All right? That's not knowing anything. That's picking a stock that dipped, was getting ripped off, got killed, has great news, blah, 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 blah. Stock keeps going down. Close your eyes, buy it. It went down to 60 cents turn, and the next day she sold it and she made herself.
I love this idea. I went down with a CEO in New York City almost a year ago, and late at night, he's from Texas. We went down to Times Square and we walked around, and it's amazing, the LED advertising. Maybe we could, this Scott Scheller saying, why don't we buy an electronic billboard in Times Square?
I looked at that. There's a cheap one, but it's up real high, and you only get like 30 seconds. We need to be in like the New York Post, one of those articles in there, because once it's in a newspaper and we throw everybody under the bus, it makes a statement. I heard there's a lot of noise made from that. So, but again, I thought the truck at the SEC, the photo opportunity of the truck, people seeing the glass building. And, when speaking to law enforcement, and when they said, did anybody call the SEC? We said yes. And there's no way to actually find out if the SEC has any of our phone records. I'm sure that just happened to be deleted, right? But the truck in front of the SEC, no one can deny the truck was there at the SEC enforcement conference there for 3.5 years, 4 years. You can't deny it. It's right there. How come no one's ever responded to what we say? But the SEC is paying the criminals money to report crimes that these guys are, probably, listen, I told you yesterday, if you get one settlement, all you have to do is go knock at doors at GE, any company, and say, hey, man, give me some information. Here's $100,000. You come back with information and we'll make more. And they turn employees against their companies. How are these guys getting the information from inside a public company? Right? Oh, they're doing illegal things here. Someone's selling them.
It's all fraud. Oh, wait a minute. That's something you say. This guy's question. Anyway, he's wondering if the stock, I think he's saying, can it squeeze before we are dead, or should I leave it in my will? Well, interesting.
Well, it depends. If you're 90 years old, you're going to die, so move along. Otherwise you're just being a smart ass. Sell your stock.
Well, he's an investor. I guess it's a sincere question.
No, listen, so do you think we have a Ouija board? We can actually tell what's going on. It's criminal activity. Call a cop. You're upset at what you're seeing, I'll give you the SEC's number. Give them a call and tell them what you see. Say, listen, am I going to die before you do something to stop this fraud? We know who it is. We told you. Go tell them. Have some balls. Call them up. They don't bite you. I'm going to go on Twitter right now and put the number up again for you. And let's see if you make the call and get back to us and tell us what they say. Tell us what they say. They won't bite you.
We have, I'd say 6, maybe 7 people that would put up money to help buy a full page ad somewhere. Wall Street Journal, the local pickup newspaper, meet and greet. Somebody else is asking about tomorrow's news. Look, there isn't any. We don't know anything. It could happen.
All right, I just put a photo for the gentleman. It says whistleblower awards over $1 billion. And the number's right there. It's at the top of it. I just posted it. I call the SEC, have some balls, they don't bite. That's for you. I put it up on Twitter for you. If you like, you can piss on us. If you want to piss on the shorts, piss on the shorts. But don't call us up and ask us stupid questions. I mean, it's insane. Hey, I bought NVIDIA. When's it going to 700? Someone said it was going to 700. It's 600. Wait, 500. When's it going to 700? No one knows. I knew the best plays on the street. No one knows what the hell's going on. The only people that know what's going on is the crooks. They short. They pay people to write a negative story. They attack it more, destroy the company, and that's all they do. And everybody looks the other way.
Ace in the Hole is listening.
Oh, God.
He says that news about one of the bits of news, I'm not going to repeat it, isn't true. People in the chat know what it is. I don't want to add more credence to what's not true. Big Al, you got your MMTLP transfer. I think that's brilliant. This gentleman's GTII shares are still missing, Charles Schwab.
Let me ask everybody about that. Stop for a second. All right, so we're looking at this stock. The company gave a special dividend, a free share of stock. What was it, 1 for 10? I forgot.
1 for 10, common stock restricted.
So if you have 1,000 shares, you get 100 shares, correct?
Right.
The brokerage firm gets the shares from the transfer agent. They send them over and they distribute them. E-Trade has 10 million shares.
Right.
The transfer agent sends over 1 million because that's all he recognizes that they own. They don't have a complete list. They just get what the brokerage firms have, right?
Right.
The brokerage firms show that E-Trade owns 1 million. E-Trade quietly, no one knows, owns 10 million. They won't tell us. And here it is. I just put it up on Twitter, the little chart, and it explains the whole thing and how it works. The DTC has a number. The transfer agent sends the shares to the DTC. Merrill Lynch calls up the DTC and says, hey, we're supposed to have 1 million dividend shares. And the DTC, so we only got 100,000 for you. So now E-Trade is missing 900,000. What did they do? They walk around saying, how the hell do we fix this? And they say, I know. When everybody calls us up, just lie to them. Tell them we didn't get it. Blame the company. They're not free trading. You can't do this. Or you can pay us $100, $200, and we'll get you a certificate, and we'll mail it to you. They're doing everything in their power to change the subject over something that's super easy. There you go. Ask yourself that why the biggest brokerage firms that have billions, they're worth $100 billion. Goldman Sachs worth $300 billion. Morgan Stanley, who knows how much they're worth? $200 billion. JP Morgan, they can't figure out how to do a dividend. You tell me.
I have been buying GTI for over a year. Board has gone quiet. Dividends not showing. No acquisition. And it's shifted to finger motion. I hope that squeezes instead. Now it's all about enforcement. Well, look, the market over the last except for the last month, and there's always a correction. Stocks don't go straight up. But the market started telling us, if you watch it, that somebody was accumulating finger, not you or me. Somebody was accumulating finger in size. They took it from about $1.40 over 7, if not 8. So the market was telling you to look at finger. It's not our call. It's not Ham's call. It's not my call. It's not about our chat board. It's not about our talks saying, oh, focus only on GTII. That's not investing. That's not trading.
No one told anyone to focus on anything. William, you said it correct. The market is telling us. The tape is telling us. The company came out, and for the gentleman who just said about GTI, when the stock was $1.70, Benchmark came out and said the company was worth $5. So we were nice enough to tell everybody, hey, the stock is $2. They just said it's worth $5. What's the difference? Why wouldn't you take a shot on it? It's $3 below what a financial analyst just said where the stock belongs. Based on it was very conservative. It's the report is right there. As a matter of fact, it's the only report. The stock started going up. The shorts were trying to hold it down. All of a sudden, the thing started to get a little out of control. And what happens next? The shorts come out with the short and distort story from Capybara, knocked the stock down from 7.25 down to 458, which is about $140 million loss in 2 hours. What did this company do? They sued Capybara using Mark Bazile. Mark Bazile then went after their hosting service that hosts their platform, and he said that the gentlemen, the people that are doing these short distort stories on Capybara are from Brazil. That's the financial research capital of the New York Stock Exchange is Brazil. Somewhere in the bushes, someone is writing reports from offshore, not on Broadway, all right, or on Wall Street or Water Street. They're doing it from Brazil, and they're doing a report on.
According to Bazile, they're doing it from Brazil.
Right. And here it is. They do a story on a company doing business in China. The people in Brazil don't even know where China is. They don't even know where Wall Street is.
They're doing a deal. They're getting rid of the US dollar betwixt them.
Well, this is the uncovering of a financial crime family. All right. Someone is paying someone else to do stuff from a faraway land. And we all know they're not going to show up in the court in New York City, Capybara, on November 27th. And all their information is false. And while we're attacking that, Who comes out with another report? Benzinga comes out with a report. No analyst. He said that the analyst said the number was 14 million for the quarter, and they reported 9 million. It was off by 40%, I think the number was.
I don't know.
And because it was posted on Benzinga has a distribution of their research through all the platforms.
That's automatic, and then the algorithms pick it up and they start selling. The computer starts selling.
Whether it's whatever it was something to run interference to get people to sell the stock. So that was another fake report. Now the company should sue Benzinga. I've been yelling about that for 2 weeks.
How does
Jason will lose his whole business?
How do investors contact the SEC to report missing GTII dividend shares?
Call the whistleblower line. There it is.
Is there an email address?
No, you got to call up a number.
Okay.
Tell them you're a short seller and you want to report a crime like Hindenburg. I shorted a stock. I owe a dividend. I don't want to give it to anybody, and screw them. What do I do now? Can I get paid now? That's what you got to say. I committed fraud. No one seems to care. Can I get a whistle? Can I get some money from the whistleblower now? That's what you got to say.
So are you going to order Kung Pao chicken, beef, broccoli, and shrimp fried rice?
I'm dying for an egg roll and soup. I'm dying. And it's all happened because of Ace. Because working on a trading desk at my firm, we used to send guys like Ace down to Chinatown.
Ace in the hole is.
We used to send a guy like him to Chinatown to knock on a door to go get Chinese food from a restaurant that no one really knows about, but Wall Street people did, select few people. And when the young guys would go down there, they would always call back on the 800 number, say, I'm not knocking on that door, like they thought they were going to get murdered, because that's what it looked like. And a gentleman told me he worked for E.F. Hutton, and he was on their block trading desk one day, and they sent him to Jersey City to get the White Castle burgers. And he called me last night and told me, he goes, it's so funny you said that, because that's what they did to him at a different firm. Everyone did that to the young guys. That was everyone's attempt at hazing, and that's why they made fun of.
One guy's asking who's ever going to stop the criminal activity and when. And that's the whole point, Jay. We're in a fight. And I think Ham and I'm not going to speak for him, but I view the way to get these criminals stopped is for a prime broker to lose money. Then it'll stop when they see the risk. Everybody else says go to Congress, go the legal route, do all that. That's all great. We have to do it. Educate. Number one way, cost them money. They'll stop doing it. But we're not there yet.
I look at it a different way.
I know.
And I just spoke to the FBI, and I spoke with the Secret Service.
Right.
I was 100% as honest as I can be. I said, if you guys don't want to do it, each individual, I said it to them at different times. If you don't give a shit, just let me know, because you know what? Otherwise, I don't give a fuck either. I'm walking away from it. You can all get robbed. They're going to rob your kids, your grandkids. It's never going to stop, and the country's going to collapse. So if you don't want to do it, I don't give a shit anymore. Knock yourself out. I could care less. If you want to do it, get back to me. I'll teach you. I sent you all the documentation to start the game. I can ramp it up as fast as you want. So I have enough information with them to go to their superiors, to start an investigation. And when they call me back and they ask the other questions, then I will, like I said, I'll drill it down to where we can expose Lynn in every gory detail about what's going on in there and GTII. And just at that point, it ramps up. But I told him point blank, if you don't want to do this, don't waste my fucking time. I don't need to tell people your name. I really don't give a shit. And that's exactly, and the guy left. He goes, I appreciate it. I said, no, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. No one else seems to care. What do I give a shit? And that's what I said. I didn't ask them for help, hurry, because our guys are losing. I didn't say anything like that. If you don't want to do it, fucking have the balls to say it. I don't let everybody know, hey, the FBI bowed out. They don't give a shit. Secret Service bows out. They don't give a shit. If you invest anything in the equity market, you're out of your fucking mind. I would tell you that immediately. Go buy puts and everything and go spread negative stories. That's it. That's what I would say. And I would say it on record, phone, whatever. Go pick any stock you like and do whatever the fuck you want. That's what I would say. It's the Wild West. Knock yourself out.
This guy
But
makes.
I don't believe that.
Sorry.
I said, I don't believe that those agencies, the people I've spoken to, you know, I got the recommendation from a federal judge to the FBI, for the agent that called me. Highly, highly recommended. Okay, so these are serious people that want to see things happen. So again, and that came from shareholders. Okay, shareholders reached out to their connections. Everyone seemed to have a connection. And you know what? I followed up on it immediately.
This guy points out, and I think he's right. He's a longtime follower. You know, when a company does a reverse split, the broker dealer has no problem handling that right away, doing the shares right away. But then they have problems.
These guys, listen, the back offices never have a problem with any of this. The only time they have a problem is when they don't have it.
Right.
There's your answer. It's pretty easy.
And that's
so now you're telling us, okay, we're not getting us. What should the company do? What is this company supposed to do? You got 100, 200 people calling you up saying, I didn't get it, whatever the numbers are. What are they supposed to do? Go retain a law firm? Small companies got to go out and get a law firm, give them millions of dollars to go take on E-Trade, Ameritrade, or wherever it is. And you think it's going to happen in 2 days. That's what a small public company has to do to take on Wall Street, because they didn't give you dividends because they forgot how to do it. In the long run, they're dead. They'll pay, they'll close it out. But again, that doesn't help anybody here, because you need instant gratification on the stock price. No one gives a shit if you got an extra 100 or 500 or 1,000 shares. No one cares. We want the stocks to go up. And the only way the stocks to go up is to get the law enforcement in here, squeeze these guys, and send them to jail. That's what has to happen. And we're close to that happening.
This guy says the only way out is up.
That's on my tombstone. I got that.
That's going to be on your tombstone. Right
I
next.
hope so. I hope it's not pointing down.
And your wife's going to have a finger pointing over. I'm with loser.
I'm going to have to put when I'm dead, they're going to have to put a piece of plastic over me, plexiglass, because all the people that are going to come to my funeral, if the stock doesn't work, they're all going to be spitting on me. So make sure you cover me up, I said.
Just tell them that you can piss here. I'm already gone. So this gentleman,
my good suit on.
This gentleman's new. So we've talked about this, but he's asking really, why wouldn't a share recall / share count work? And he's admitting he's new to this, so it's not he's not trying to be provocative.
A share recall, I don't know how you do a share recall. I have no idea. You got to remember, the rules are set up by the brokerage firms and the SEC.
You used to be able to hit *69 and you could, or anyway, that was a long time ago.
I just don't know how a share recall, turn in your shares and get it. You turn in your A shares and get a B share, maybe something like that. Maybe that's a trick we could do. So if the shorts are listening, that may be a good idea. Everyone going to turn Class A shares into a Class B. How about this idea? You do a dividend of 10% of your A share. So if you have 1,000 shares, 10%, you could turn, that will go 10% would become a B share. And then it can be converted back into an A share. So basically, it's just a different twist on it. I have to think about
One of the problems is that people are in for the short squeeze. To do any of that stuff, you're not going to be able to sell when the squeeze happens. But it would be the way to cost the shorts, the prime brokers, a lot of money. Here's a question. If illegal shorting has been a problem for decades, regardless of who is in the White House, how is this a Gary Gensler issue? It has to be bigger than him. Two answers from me. One, he's in charge now. Two, you're absolutely right. It is bigger than whoever's in charge of the SEC. But Ham,
so it's a political hand grenade. No one wants to go to Congress, as you can see, getting questioned under oath and saying, "Hey, what's going on here?" You can see that he's tap dancing around all the questions, right?
Yep.
He does it in video for, I recall, I don't remember, I have to see, I don't know. Hey, we need the audited paper trail on the shareholder account. Oh, we got to see. We make the rules for this. So they're doing everything not to give you an answer. That's what we're fighting. That's the highest level right there, covering up for criminals. The system has been looted. I've been saying the same thing. This is a battle about change, right? If this was a $50, $20, $30 stock, I would tell you it's super dangerous. All right, I got it. The stock's gonna squeeze. People own at different prices. Again, this is why the SEC is a disgrace, because when these stocks do get squeezed, we know they get overvalued. We know that. And people buying at different times. But this is a product of the SEC. Because when the stock squeezed from 60 cents to $9 in GTI, I'm sure someone paid 8 or 9. I'm sure someone paid near the top and saying, what the hell happened here? And the stock gets crushed back down. A short squeeze makes people buy at the wrong time that don't follow or don't understand what's going on. I've always say, accumulate, never chase. I always say, buy the dips, sell the rips. Those are ways to avoid. I never chase anything. I may miss a lot of great trades, but I do not, and I stick to my guns. I don't chase it. And that's the best part of what's going on in finger motion. Lynn partners and their short friends, whoever's doing it for them, don't give you the chance to chase it. They always try to hold it down. That tells you how stupid and how trapped they are, because they're holding it down because they can't let it go up. All right? Volatility is how you scare people out of the stock. Sideways action, which we are watching every day now, sideways, up and down, up a little bit here or there, that brings in buyers. The volatility's out of the name. They tried to create volatility with the fake reports, 3 times already we've seen it? Michael Dion from Australia writing a report. Oh, the guy from Australia. Who's Lynn Partner's biggest partner, biggest investor? Oh, he's the guy from Australia. That's interesting. Then we get a negative report from where? Brazil. And then we get a report on Benzinga with no name attached to it. You tell me, does that sound all on the up and up? Everyone else gets reports, whether it's from a brokerage firm, a normal place, or whatever. We got three reports from. We got one from Australia, one from Brazil, and one with no name attached to it. That's the research that Finger Motion got.
And one report from Brazil. I know it gets funnier every time I say it.
Oh, Brazil. Okay, I'm just dying laughing. It goes right over my head. I don't listen.
It's the David Letterman approach to jokes. Just keep saying them over and over again.
And the only legitimate report came from Benchmark, which I'm sure has a financial analyst who wrote the report, saying the company has a $5 target, valuation of $5, and then the revenue came out afterwards where it doubled, and in their report said that they would reevaluate and come out, with a possible upgrade. We had someone that does financial reports said this company, in his eyes, is worth between 8 and 10 on that new revenue. Okay, and that's being conservative. And here we are watching people trying to mark it down below the $5 number and $3 below the number that the guy thinks it should be trading out based on fundamentals. And this is all normal. And they don't even sell it down. They're selling 100 shares, 90 shares, 5 shares, back and forth all day. And that's just a sign of security fraud. So we've been on the phone for over an hour. and the stock has barely traded 11,000 shares. And most of it's been in the same spot at 490 back and forth. So they're just washing some trades here. I'm sure there's been some small buyers, but I'm sure most of the rest of the volume has been fake. But that reminds me, let me see if I can get, hold on one second. I just asked someone to get me the new updated real short position. It was down to 2.2 or 2.3. I forgot the number. Let's see what it's down to now. Right? We saw, you remember the real short at 3.3 million when the stock got to $6 or $7, they laid into it. And then they came out with the latest attack trying to knock it down again. And the volume dropped, the real short volume dropped from 3.3 million to 2.3 million. I'm just averaging, I think it was 2.2. A million, what was it, a million something shares? A million three, something like that. Or 1,000,005. They covered and the stock went down. How is that possible when someone's actually covering, buying back stock and the stock going lower? Well, we reported it for you. They're washing it and they're taking trades. The naked short seller is naked shorting more offshore, selling more, and the buyer is the real short. So the naked short sells it to the real short. The real short says, hey, I just bought it back. I'm returning the shares I borrowed. I don't want to pay that fee anymore. That's what's been going on quietly, but we've been spotting it and reporting it for days. So when I get the new number, which I just asked for, someone can actually see the real short. Remember that, not the naked, that's the crooked short. The real short number is coming down. And then you can see the interest rate that they're paying is coming down. And the shares to borrow is going up again. That means they're returning the shares and there's no interest in shorting more shares here. Their interest is returning in buying back the stock. And they move the liability to the naked short. Is that clear, William?
Well, we've talked about it a lot, but I think you could
sure
go over it again. How if you are the criminals, you get a buddy to do the real shorting to help put pressure on the stock. And then as criminals, you've got multiple LLCs. You come in through your one of your criminal LLCs and you buy the short position at a profit for the real short, thus giving him a profit for doing the work for you. Then you now have naked counterfeit shares in an LLC you're going to walk away from if you have to. And you're just stuffing a prime broker. But over time, they've always won. They're not going to win here in finger, I don't think, or afterwards.
Well, the reason I don't believe they can win in finger is because they have this stock. Yeah, I'm just hitting up the video calls for a second, and they expire this week also. And I'm looking at the NVIDIA. I can't do that. Where's the stock at? Is it 300? These numbers are wrong. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the video calls, and for some reason the strikes don't equal the prices, but they don't. But I'm just giving an example. The 240 calls have traded. That can't be the 240. It's got to be higher. Oh, I'm hitting Tesla. I'm sorry. The Tesla 240 calls for tomorrow. The stock's down 6 3/4. They're down $4 today, and they're $1.50 right now. $1.52. We talk about big buying. You're seeing options in finger 6,000, 2,000. These options traded 145,000 today. The 237s traded 78,000. The 242s 45,000. The 245 72,000. That, my friends, is option trading. That's volume. All right, that's in Tesla. I went to hitting the video up and I was looking at Tesla, no wonder the numbers that make sense. And NVIDIA, the same thing. Here's the NVIDIA 490s. 47,000 calls traded at $5. The 492s, 15,000. At these are $5 options. The 500 calls are $1.60, 48,000 traded. Those are big numbers. That's real options. So when we see options in finger at 6,000 or 10,000, that's like a non-event compared to what the big boys trade here. All right. So again, and our options are trading at 50 cents. I'm talking about options trading at $5, 100,000 of them, 50,000 of them at $5. That's big money. Anyway, I just got off the beaten path about sizable option trades. Finger motion is still a baby in that arena. Don't get me wrong, there's options trading, but nothing like what you're seeing, in these other names. The open interest is 6,000 of the fives, 6,000 of the 5.5s.
Guys, I'm thinking that there could be an entry coming up.
150,000 a day, and they're all over the place.
I think there could be entry coming up here in 8 minutes.
I forgot, Wayne. What else did we talk
Well,
about today?
this John.
And that could be, yeah, man, this is a big fall, and it's falling beneath the SMA 200 on a 5-minute. So, which means to me that we have a shot at these targets again. I think there could be I think it's gonna do it. Oh man, I think we're actually gonna be able to get that entry down here. And I hate that I can't trade it. Oh, so cool. So cool. Right, Joe? Long, guys. Because in 7 minutes, if this candle closes above 448.73, this is technically a bull play to continue the upside here. I mean, to be honest, I would probably long the 448.90 and get out at the SMA 10 at 449.50, at least maybe 3/4 position there or half position there, and then let the runners run to the wick high here around 449.92. That could be a big gainer. Paper trade, Joe H. 6 minutes, 23 seconds left to close. There may actually be a shot at this, guys. Calls. SPY. In like the way I would personally play this is 0 DTE. Like just like almost at the money, just outside. I know there's an immediate resistance here in the 5-minute EMA 21 at 449.16. But seeing that the price action is so close to this new bottom here, I think entry would be adjusted to 448.90. Yeah, 448.90 on the next candle. But I mean, if this thing gets is that sometimes people can preload, right? That sometimes people can you got it, brother. Joe H. Dude, I know. We've been ripping, man. Yesterday was another killer play, bro. EO, you're not gonna play it, buddy? I can't play it. I freaking don't have any day trades left. Let's see. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to close the hourly here. And honestly, to close the 5 minute as well. And we already got a 5 minute to close beneath the SMA 200. That's usually pretty bad. Now the 5 minute, we're opening below the EMA 200. On the 5 minute, that's bearish. It's coming, it's coming. EO, that's good, brother. That is good. There is a potential that this candle here is to validate the SMA 200's resistance at 449.50 before a continuation to the downside. And there's still 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to close both these candles. What I can say is that if this candle, and I'm gonna, if you know what, let me do this. Yeah, these are, okay. Yeah, 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. And this candle may close beneath the EMA 200, which would introduce, damn, you know what? That's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Yeah, see, I know that there's the thought of like, well, I mean, if we're at $2 and if we're at like 449 here, and you're talking about entry at 448.86, wouldn't that just be a gainer altogether? Yes, but we don't know if this is just going to reverse to the upside at whatever moment, because we closed the candle inside of this regression band, which would already be bullish. And again, this upside may actually just be the validation of the resistance of the SMA 200. But 1 minute and 51 seconds left to close. Yeah, let's see if it gets the SMA 200 break or a validation of resistance. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Ooh, people are resisting there. 1 minute 16. And know for a fact that sometimes people start to front run oh my goodness. Okay, there's a bit of a rejection there. 49 seconds left. $39 seconds. It would be ideal to close beneath the SMA 200 on the 5. And that is 449.50 is the SMA 200. $18 seconds left. You're going to have to use your discretion here for entry. Remember that it may not go all the way down there, but oftentimes you would get drops to validate the regression line. Here's the start of the new hourly candle. This is generally a bullish play, but it still has validations of support to handle. It doesn't always have to do that. But you know, they do happen. That's that. Yeah, one of the entries could be 449.23, right? So that would be entering light. So in this case, because there's two potentials, I would probably scale in. It would be awesome, Tony. I mean, there's a probability. Of course, everything zigzags, right? But there is an opportunity there. Okay. Yeah, still. Yeah. See, this is why I'm saying, guys, we don't enter right at that point. We just have to make sure that we can come back and validate these supports. It's also very difficult for me to observe this without skin in the game, right? Because I may be too laxed. I don't know what my psychology does when I'm not, long or short the asset. Still, okay, yeah, 3 minutes left to close this 5-minute candle beneath the SMA 200. That would be a bearish statement. Oof, that one's tough, Lauren. 2% stops are crazy on a 0 DTE play. I would be out here with 15% because they're so volatile. Okay, yeah, getting that upside again to validate the SMA 200 resistance. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to close this candle here. I totally hear that, Lauren. Totally hear that. Yikes. There's no guarantee, I can tell you this, guys, but if this candle closes upside of the SMA 200, that may be a bullish shot. And then you may actually be able to get the entry back at 449.50 on this closure, right? It's just we need to know where we're going first. 1 minute, 50 seconds left. Oh man, going below the SMA 200, really making it uncertain. Aiden, you did? Oof. One minute, 27 seconds left to close this 5-minute below the SMA 200. It looks like it may do it, but you know how fast these candles reverse. Look at that thing. Yep. Yeah, I think volatility would be here upon the confirmations of closures above major moving averages. For example, this one here. Nice. Oh yeah, I believe it too. Here we go, 30 seconds left. Nice. Remember, first potential scale in target is 449.23. Second scale in would be an adjusted target too. Not sure that we can get it, but it's there. 448.96. 7 seconds left to close this 5-minute below the SMA 200. That may be very bearish to get us down to the entry zone. Here we go. Close the 5-minute candle way below, even below the EMA 7 and the EMA 9. Very nice. There we go. There we go. Approaching entry number 1. Okay. There we go. Getting very close. Catch it. Yep. That was entry. That's entry 1. This bounce here from entry 1. Oh man. That is a pretty big upside from entry 1. Remember team, remember that this entry 1 is not the guaranteed one. This can still ride up, but now here's the next task. We either close this 5-minute candle above or below the EMA 200. Very important. Closing below the EMA 200, we get our second target. Closing above the EMA 200, we can ride this up to the simple moving 200 at 449.50 and take profit. Lauren, you're half in? Nice. But I imagine you're green right now. Yes. Yeah, John, the percentage of gaps that get filled are it's a high percentage. And it varies within every ticker though. Right? So and it depends on also the time frame. But that would be a back test of each individual ticker, because every single ticker is like a different person. It's a different psychology. $450.02. Lauren, you have your exit. Yikes, that's way up here. It's possible, right? It is possible. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to close this candle. The condition of the EMA 200. Where the hell is it? Right here. Oh my goodness. Nice. 449.34. Chances are it's going to fall beneath and get our second entry. Now that half entry, guys, on a 0 DTE, you're going to notice it down hard, okay? 448.96. Yeah, Lauren, that's honest. I would do that too, and just keep my finger on a manual stop in case it just falls too hard. $33 seconds left. And if it closes beneath the EMA 21.2, that's great. Here goes entry number 2. Inching. Oh yeah, 100%. That's why I was telling you that it's too. I felt that nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, this green candle here may come up to validate the resistance of the EMA 21, and it may then resist to come back down and really get that bottom side. No guarantees though. Let's see. There it goes. There it goes. See how the price action is slowing down? It's like people are they're trying to front run it. That's right, Bob. My goodness. I feel like it's so damn close, it might as well just get it. Oh, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Oh, man, it fits so damn close. I know, Lauren, I know. Wow. Man, look at it, look at it, look at it. Dude, all these people are trying to front run it. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Retracement entirely. Watch your gains, watch your gains. That should be the bounce here for a continuation to the upside. Huge retracement already. Man, it's going to be a choppy zone. Later, Buzz. Take care, brother. There we go, there we go, there we go. I know, Lauren, I know. This is a real test of test of tolerance. Oof, all right. It's getting a little higher and higher now. Man, look at that. People want to break it. Dangerous play, my goodness. Incredible. Look at that thing. Yeah, bear volume. I don't know, man. Look at your 5-minute volume. It's a tough one, man, because it's inflection. It's always going to be tough there. Yeah, it just went up to its. Yeah, it's going up higher than it has before. There we go. It's breaking upside of the prior bar. Okay, that's a huge hammer candle on the 5-minute. This next candle is the validator for a continuation. That second entry should be recovering pretty nicely at these points, right? That was an EMA 21 validation of resistance. Of course, we got to do this stupid thing again. Nice. Break upside of the EMA 21 already. Dark Zenon, I don't have any day trades left, bro. I am literally not in on my own play right now. Okay, the play is working out. The play is working out the way it should. I would get out at 449.34. Not financial advice. That would be my exit. 449.34, no more. You're going to be dead ass green. Big ass green. It's going to grab it right now. Watch it. Watch it. Keep tight here. There it is. Bam. Let's go. That should have been easily a 70 to 80% gainer. What did you get, Lauren? Look at that thing. Nice run, bro. Yeah, it could always still go higher, guys. It could still, remember, this is a bull play, so this technically can go all the way to 450. It can go all the way beyond 450 into the freaking 451. The thing is that you don't want to play that with 0 DTE. 83% to be exact. You see what I mean? You don't want, see, the thing is you're going to play a 300, 400, 500% play. That's a gamble. Guys, I try to develop these strategies with individual people, like in the master's class. You know what I mean? Like for example, Off-Grid Gorilla and I, like we developed his. He likes the inverse plays. Like it's all good, you know, and we work it, you know, but oh, look at the price action, you know, this would have been putting you negative delta already. So it's critical for us. I mean, the EMA 200 on the 5 guys, it's very difficult. And that's why I'm saying, like, you know, let's just get in, get out, pocket that change, and next play. You know what I mean? Lauren, congratulations, dude. You're so on point, man. Dude, it's just psychology, you know, dude, and we can all just get better together. Raka, did you get it? Did you play this one? Lauren, you nice. Dude, awesome. Dude, Cyber Sultan saying out with a 44% bag. Green for the month now. My bro, look at that, you guys. Look at that. We said exit at 449.34. Look where the price is now. Oh, yeah. Lauren, I know. And that's not something that Cryptic likes to do. But I have a different strategy. I play differently. And I have a high tolerance. So you'll see your account drop to 28%, 30%, but I know the narrative and I know where price wants to go. Psychologically speaking, you know what I mean? Like it's just, that's what we did yesterday too. Same type of play. Yeah. Definitely a huge open mind is needed for this type of thing, man. You know, but I'm very happy, you guys. I'm super happy you guys got able to, you know, you were able to play this. You know, so I just have to kind of focus and pretend that I'm in with you. You know, but I would have massively gained over here with you too. I would have played exactly the targets that I gave you. The same ones. You know, there's a serious reason for them. So this is already 2 plays destroyed today, team. Usually I only do 2 trades, maybe even only 1, right? So Cryptic can handle 3. I personally am not the best for that, right? So I think, I mean, the thing is that I really like to bank on around 70 to maybe 200% gainers on 2 plays. Like if I can do that, I can't do a third. I'll be over trading. No, Aiden, no. I can't believe it. You already filled? Ah. Joey Bryson only off the road one time. You played it too, brother? Dude, how cool. Guys, I love it, man. I love it. I love to see you guys win. You know that I freaking promise, man. I was set out on a mission here, man. I don't want anybody to face what retail needs a win, man. Retail needs a win. And if look at this, like people are seriously waiting for a 500% run on like FNGR or something like that. Guys, we can 500% ourselves in a week or two. And then guess what? The next week or two, we'll do it again. And then the next week or two, we'll do it again. And then in the month, you'll probably notice that you're 1100% up beyond squeak. You're going to be in Volkswagen area. You know, yourself doing this with discipline, doing this with an utter understanding of price. But I encourage you, continue looking at your charts, study them as much as you can. No manipulation all the way, dude. What the hell? And the 10-second, nothing. You have a 1 gigabyte internet and let's see, and on Wi-Fi, it's lagging real bad. Fixing to go buy yes, Ian. That's it's so many little things, dude. But yeah, I'm direct connect. I'm juiced in with a Cat 5, right? So there's no way I'll be trading this on Wi-Fi. Aiden, I hate it, man. Joey Bryson, dude, yeah, and we see it like this every day, man. We'll see it. We'll catch it. It's like we know that the narrative shifts right after lunch. It's just the algos are shifting different at that time. Guys, congratulations to you all for banking on that play. I'm very excited for you, team. And we will keep on doing this, right? It's just while we're holding our long-term plays, you know, we can hedge against our losing positions, maintain delta positive. Not a lot of people believe in this. Not a lot of people believe in charting and in trading signals, trading technicals, trading stats, trading psychology. Guys, this is real. Like, you can make a whole ass career out of this. Take it from me. But you guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. Any questions or concerns, please go ahead and get in touch with me. You know where to reach me. But I love you guys for doing, I love you guys for participating, man, for chilling here with me. Aiden, love you, buddy. Ian Tucker, love you too, man. Lauren Wood, love you so much, dude. Thanks so much, you guys. Cyber Sultan, Joey Bryson. I hope everybody has a nice rest of your day in Northwest. Tony Rodriguez, if you're still there. Rocca, if you're still there, buddy. I'm going to catch you guys soon, okay? Bob, take care, man. Be well, be well. 70 Mustang, I'll catch you later. Daryl, thank you guys. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. See you, US1. I need you guys to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, I wish you well, a very good rest of your day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.